Good morning and happy whatever day it is. Let's find some lighting wherever you are. For me, today is Tuesday, July 8th, and I am trying to get just kind of a lot of like odds and ends type things done around the house today. We are kind of in and out of rain, so it's not really a day that I want to be outside. This morning, Christian and I already went to a doctor's appointment for him. We are just trying to get all of that stuff kind of finished off and checked off before he goes to Lincoln in 4 weeks? No, 5 weeks. Prayers, friends, prayers. So I thought that I would bring you guys along with me today as I check some of these things off. Just a lot of like random type things that I've needed to kind of fix or touch up over the last few weeks that I have just literally continued to walk by and not do that. And today is the day that I want to get all of that done because I am hoping that on Thursday I can start painting the laundry room. Excuse me. I have my in-laws coming into town today around 2 o'clock. They're just staying overnight because they're headed to St. Louis. And so I don't have like a lot of time today to get kind of like the bigger projects done. So that's why I thought that I would just go ahead and mark off the little ones and could still feel accomplished today. But my goal, like I said, Thursday, the laundry room. So stay tuned for that. I will be showing all of that. Last night I had my first book club over here. We read If I Were You by Lynn Austen. Super good book, loved it. It's one of those like historical fiction books, which I enjoy, and it was fun. The last people left around 10 o'clock and I headed to the bed. And so I didn't pick up really anything. I put like all the food away because we're just doing like a charcuterie board set up every time, probably a different theme every time. If you guys kind of want a little in on that as to how I plan those, let me know in the comments and I will add those to my videos when said club party, whatever you want to call it, takes place, and I'll show you kind of how I set that up each time. All right, I'm gonna stop rambling, show you guys what is going on here today, what needs to be done. We're gonna knock these things out and have a really productive day. Okay, so this is the situation in the kitchen. These are the things that I cleaned up from last night. So we had some of the toffee cashews. I get those from Costco. These I get from Costco. Had some pistachios, dried mango. All of this is from Costco, and dates. So I went ahead, packaged all of those back up. I just laid some brown like craft paper down here across this area and just poured all of those contents on it. People also brought stuff to put on and it was great. Super easy, super simple, and not a lot of time invested. Here's all my stuff that I take off every time I come home. Let me know in the comments if you are also one that like takes off all of your rings, watches, all the things when you come in the house. I just don't like having them on at home when I'm like working around. This is Sam's. He needs to put that on his phone. Dishwasher, pantry. Chloe went to what's it called? 7 Brew last night with one of her friends, and they sat in line for an hour to get this cute little duck. So that is there as well. I need to swap these out, but first of all, I need to put these out to dry while I am getting other stuff done. Oh, I wanted to talk to you. Oh, and then here's all of our like cutlery and other stuff, plates, napkins, all that from last night as well. I wanted to show you what I am doing. So I am trying to drink 2 of these a day. I don't love water. I never have. It's been a struggle my entire life. And I have started adding, which I've used these for years, just off and on, you know, for my 1 8-ounce cup of water a day. But I am starting to just add these to it, and they're delicious. It's not sugar, it's Truvia, and I love it. This one is the strawberry lemonade. We also have just the regular lemonade. The kids put it in their water as well, but I put 2 of these in just a large mason jar, and I get through 2 of these by the end of the day. I start drinking at about, realistically, about 10 o'clock. And by the time I go to bed, I am done with 2 of these. So that has really been helping. If you're somebody that hates water as much as I do, these are great. So made from real lemons, simple, clean ingredients, no artificial sweeteners, no GMO. And like I said, it's not sugar. So that is that. And then I need to put my computer away. I need to bring the chairs back in and put them in the around the island. I just had them in here last night. This is a project that I need to deal with next week. I had to order a couple things. This is like graduation keepsake type stuff. There's the other chair, Daisy's food. And then let's see, what else? Let me show you the projects. That's just kind of the pickup. And then back here, I am wanting to take these down. This is just not our setup anymore. I have a totally different setup over here. If you guys would like for me to do a separate video with all of that, I'm happy to do that, but this just does not apply to us anymore. So I found these 2 photos. The lighting is not the greatest in here, but I think you can get the idea. I found these 2 pictures at Savers, and I am absolutely obsessed with them. However, the mat is just really worn and kind of janky. So I want to take the picture out of both of these and put them in a new frame. And I'm going to then put them up here where this stuff is. And then that will all just kind of marry together. So we've got these right here, and then we'll have these down here, and I think it will just look really good together. So that is the plan for that. And then let's see, upstairs, I need to hang this picture back up. It fell off of the wall when we were at the lake last week. I came home to this, so I just need to get that fixed back up, back on the wall. I need to reprint this picture because it fell off of Chloe's wall in her room where she has all of those photos above her bed. And also, look at this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wasps that we came home to. And I don't even know how they get in our house. At the front door, we definitely have an issue because we have that rock on our house that does not have like the grout or whatever in it. And so they get in that way. And so they make like these nests in there, and it's just been a thing. I finally found some wasp and hornet's nest spray yesterday that I put in there, and that seems to have kind of helped it out for a little bit, but it has just always been a real diddle for us to keep that dealt with. So we'll clean those up. Let's see, what else up here? I feel like there was something else. Maybe not. But then kind of my big project that I am bringing Christian along to help me with, which he is super excited, is cleaning out the closet in the game room. So that is like all of his game stuff, his Xbox stuff, headphones, keyboards, just all of that just like accumulates and has totally taken over the closet down there. I also need to go through the other side, which is like DVDs, games, just things that we do not use anymore because my kids are older. Obviously he is going away to college, not going to be using all of that here, and it's taking up space in my home. So I have wanted to get this project done forever, and today is the day, because here is what outside looks like, and it's dreary, and it's a perfect day to just kind of do all of these things inside. So let me show you that really quick, and then we'll start knocking these things out. All right, so down here is the game room. You guys have seen this before. Need to open up these blinds so that we can actually get some light in here. But here is the closet. Friends, who are we? Who are we? So we need to go through these things and get everything out of here that does not belong, that we do not use anymore, just all of the things. Get it organized in a way that actually makes sense, and then it will all be organized and ready to go. Up here are the kids' keepsake buckets. That I don't need to deal with, but we've got this here, and then let me show you this side. One of the kids knocked off our doorknob during a gathered, so we need to fix that as well. And then here is this side. And it's just atrocious, absolutely atrocious. So this is what Christian is going to be working on today. And like I said, he's super excited about it, but it will feel really good to have it done, organized, everything out of here that we do not use, will not use, and just be able to kind of harness in the things that actually apply to our lives right now. So I am going to get him in here. He's over there golfing in the other room, and we're gonna start tackling this. I'm going to start tackling the other things that I showed you guys, and then I think we can actually knock all of this out today and just feel really, really organized by the end of the day, accomplished. Even though we don't have a ton of time, there's always little things that you can do, even if you don't have like a big, huge amount of time to knock out the big projects. Just start knocking out the little ones, and you can still get stuff marked off of your list, even if it doesn't seem, you know, large and substantial. Those little things add up, and so that's what we're doing today. All right, let me grab him. I'm gonna head upstairs, and I will show you kind of our progress as we go.
Yeah, in these moments. Huge. That's 3 flips. That's insane.
But that was turning.
Yeah.
It looked like you got it started about 3-4 inches out, and it was
I did.
turning in there.
Get perfect read.
Yeah.
All right, Larry.
I also wanted to show you kind of what we've been doing in here. This has been an ongoing project. Sam decided that he wanted to put a sauna in here. There's a lot of healing properties to sitting in a sauna, and that was my eardrums. And so we decided to put this in here in an effort to kind of keep me healed, allow others, you know, just the ability to release toxins and all of that. So we have been working on this. And then over here, Sam has been going through like the kids' old golf clubs, golf bags, all of that. And so we're trying to kind of go through those things, figure out what we can sell, what we can donate, and all of that. And Christian is washing golf balls there in that. Everything is just kind of a ruckus in here because we've been sorting and doing. We also had to redo the gym floor because if you guys remember, it had just been absolutely demolished pretty much through just all of the kids coming in here all the time and jumping on it and all of that. And so there were a lot of places that had cracked and it was becoming like a big safety issue. And so we redid that as well. We still have some painting that needs to be done in here and some drywall that needs to be fixed. I have decided that I'm going to paint these pillars and all of the trim black. And so I'm excited for that. Also, because we have to get some drywall fixed like up there, we're gonna have to repaint the whole area because of that. And so I'm trying to decide if I want to repaint it the same color, which you guys always ask me what the color of my house is. It's Pussy Willow by Sherwin-Williams. But I'm kind of thinking maybe I want to do like a little bit of a green tone in here. I was trying to pause for the golf ball hit. And I'm not sure. I'm kind of toying around with that idea. I like the idea of having it a little bit green just because we've got the green AstroTurf over there for the simulator. And then obviously we have all of the green out here. And so I need to figure that out by Friday. But I will definitely bring you guys along as we kind of finish off this project and get it all up and running and ready for a new year of hosting more and more kids. We will have less kids this year because Christian's class obviously will be moving on away from us, but we'll still have all of Chloe's friends and her classmates and all of that. So again, just trying to kind of finish up some of these projects, but this is not a project that I am working on today. This is just too massive for the amount of time that I have. But I wanted to show you guys so that as we continue to do stuff, you can kind of come along with us and see the progress. All right, he's in here trying to hide from me. And so I'm gonna snag him for real this time and we're gonna get this stuff done. All right, here is the progress. Let me show you inside here at the moment. None of this is organized the way that it's going to be, but I just wanted to show you kind of where we have gotten to. This is everything that we pulled out. These are all the games that the kids just do not play anymore. Just different season of life. We've got a bunch of puzzles. We've got card games in here. Just all kinds of odds and ends. Let me put that there so that it doesn't fall out. And then over here also some more games. These right here are like felt mat things for puzzles. And when I got them, like the idea was great, but I just don't like how they work. And so what I have done since then is I just got this cork board, and that is what we put our puzzles together on and just transfer it that way. So that works out a whole lot better than those mats because it's just like you can't move it. And, oh, you're crooked. You can't move it. And I like to be able to move it off of the surfaces where it's at. Like I don't want to puzzle at my table all the time. That is really heavy with one hand. Then over here, these are the things that we're keeping. So the kids wanted to keep the Adventures in Odyssey DVDs. It's the Christmas Advent collection. They used to watch these all the time on winter break. And then these two movies right here, same thing. Used to watch them all the time as well. So they wanted to keep those. We've got a bunch of card games in here. I need to redo the labeling because I've transferred them in here to keep everything in one of these containers. So these are not the presidents, although they were when we were homeschooling. But that's how long I've had these containers, which I love. I'll try to link some on Amazon if I'm sure they have them on there. I mean, these are like, good Lord, I had these when Christian started homeschooling, which was kindergarten, so 12 years. So we've got that in there. More card games over here. I've got some like salt countdown things, dice. Whoop. I use these dice at Christmas time as well for my favorite things party. We do the dice game, which I talked to you guys about last year. We've got just regular cards there. I've got a actual timer here, Spot It, which I love. So we've got all that in there that we need to organize. These are the games that the kids wanted to keep. So we've got just kind of a bare minimum of games in here. And then we've got the old Nintendo, dominoes, or Mexican Train, which that's what Sam's grandma always played. She absolutely loved that game, and we've just kind of continued the tradition. Oh, I bet they didn't see this down here. We don't need this. So we also had this in homeschool as well, and we do not need that anymore. I need to put these back into the dominoes case because I had them out over Christmas for the elves. This is all Sam stuff. I don't even begin to know or care or want to know what any of that is. So I'm going to pull this out and just have him kind of go through that. We've got some CD sleeves right here that I'm actually going to put in there. I don't know if he's got some that he wants to have in a safe place or not. He might at work. I don't know. Anyway, I'm done with those. And so if he doesn't need them, then I will give them to my dad because I'm sure that he could use them. These are our little puzzle, what do you want to call them? Like bowls. Like they snap together and create a bowl for your puzzle pieces. And so we've got those there. What is this? What is that? Oh, spike ball, which I don't even know if we still have. I don't think we even have that. I'll ask the kids. It might be at the lake, but I don't think so. All right. So then down here, we've got just a few random, just a few puzzles that Chloe wanted to keep out. Christian doesn't do puzzles, so he could have cared less. What is this? Oh, this was a long time ago. This is when Christian was doing guitar, and sadly that took place over COVID and just didn't end up happening. All right, so we can get rid of that. Up here is just a bunch of random stuff as well. So I've got pictures in there, some keepsakes. Sam's got this stuff right here. We've got extra tennis balls for the ping pong table. This is some stuff that I need to also organize. I'm going to put it in here. I am not going to focus on keepsakes right now because I have an entire video that I just want to focus on that with. And so I'm not even going to utilize my time doing that right now because I want to do an entire video just on that and how I'm going to organize all of the kids' photos, their school years by year, and all the things. I have all of the supplies for it, and I've had it since January. And so that will get done once everybody gets back to school and I can breathe. So then down here, also more books of photos. This is actually Sam and my first house here in Kansas City when we lived here the first time. Look at how much my style has changed. Isn't that hilarious? Oh my goodness, look at this. Sage and tan. Oh Oh my goodness. A red room, and I loved that red room too. That was so great. Look at this. Hysterical. I used to collect cherished teddies when I was little, and so this room was just full of bears. It was the bear room, the sewing room, the craft room. Oh, how funny. Who had a whole bunch of this stuff going on? All of this right here, can you see it? The eucalyptus sprigs. Oh boy. Oh, and all that oak. All that oak. Here's our living room and our kitchen. Hilarious. So that's what all of this is just pictures and stuff like that. So again, I'm not dealing with that today. These bins right here, I am keeping just where they are. These are all full of Legos. They're all Christian's Legos. I'm not going to get rid of those because I hope for grandchildren one day. I think this was a karate sword. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know which one of the kids it was because they both have one. So I need to ask them because these signify like their medals and stuff that they got, the colors of tape. All right, so we've got all that. We talked about everything there. Down there, again, photo albums and stuff like that. Christian has like 7. Chloe has 2. This is Sam's. I don't even know what's in it. I didn't open it, so I need to have him look at that. But we made incredible progress over here. So this is what this area looks like. Christian's got all of his keyboards and like gaming stuff organized in here. And then again, up there, just a ton of keepsakes, which, like I said, not dealing with. And then down here, he went through all of these bins and he wants to keep these, even though I continue to say, do we really need to keep those? Yes, they're collectibles. Okay, but not really. Anyway, and then that smiley face ball is something from school that he wanted to keep. And then he's got his Beats headphones, which those will go with him to college. And then these are all of the apparatuses that go with these little figurine things. Chloe's tennis balls don't need to be in there. And then the stuff over here is stuff that I need for Sam to look at and see what it is, because Christian didn't know and I have no idea. And so these right here can be donated though. So I need for him to take a look at this and decide what he wants to do with it. And then that will all be taken care of. I'll put this in the shop. But we are making significant progress. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to load all of this stuff up in my car. Chloe is going to help me take all of this to donate to Savers. And then we can go ahead and get all of this out of here and kind of feel like we've actually accomplished something. We've accomplished a ton, but when all of this is still here, it just kind of feels like we haven't. So we're going to do that. And then once I get back, I will show you guys kind of where we are. I will go ahead and organize all of this before I touch back with you guys and get everything in here where I want it to go so that we can put this thing to bed. Up here is where I need to replace that photo. If you have not seen, this is right above Chloe's bed. So the frame of the wall looks like this. And then this was just like a very random type ceiling situation. And this is how we kind of made this space just look a little bit more finished and not so wide open, with the bed being right there. So I am going to quick put that picture back up there, and then everything will be back into place. Okay, the closet is done except for the doorknob. Need to replace that still, but this is how it all turned out, and I am really, really happy with it. We've got, again, all the pictures up here, which we're not going to deal with that right now. We will do that once everybody is back to school and we can kind of think straight. And then we've got the Legos here, got all of the puzzles down here in this area and the things that go with the puzzles. And then over here, we've got all of the games that the kids wanted to keep. I labeled the headbands game up here in that bucket. And then down here, if you remember, we had like our card games and stuff. And so all of these are now labeled. Christian went through all of his Nintendo stuff, the Wii. There's the scrapbooks there. And then let me just show you the other side. This is what it looks like. And I feel like I've got, I've got a light out. So I need to get that replaced as well. But everything is where it needs to be. Sam went through all of those wires and cables and whatever, and this is the bucket that we ended up keeping. So we went from 2 buckets to 1 bucket, which, you know what, I'm fine with. There is a blanket down there that sometimes we use in the wintertime in here if anybody's at the computer. And then Christian has these set out, which I should probably take them so that he can put with his stuff to go to college. And then again, all of their keepsakes, memory things, all of that, another day. That will be right along with all of the pictures and stuff that I showed you on the other side. So this is complete, and I am absolutely thrilled with the progress that we made. And now I don't have to cringe every time I come to open up these closets. All right, let me show you what this looks like up here. We got this picture hung back up on the wall. And so now all of that is back the way that it should be. And just orderly again, and not laying all over the furniture instead of up on the wall. So that is done as well. And then up here, we have got the picture back up on the wall. And so now this is all back orderly as well. And everything is where it's supposed to be. We don't have any pictures that are like drooping down or hanging or whatever the case. Everything is just stuck back up where it's supposed to be. And it looks great. So again, we can mark this off our list.